Hello Leo, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we have the Art or Temperance card to start us off. Very interesting. Achieving a balance, finding the appropriate mixture of things. Let's see what we've got going on. Oh, this is what is in the cauldron. Okay, this is the elixir of life. This is infinite happiness. This is immortality. This is union with God, Goddess, Deity. I think you're about to be very happy. It's a happiness that is not being handed to you. It's not a happiness, well, there it is, kind of being handed. In a way, it's being handed to you. It's not a happiness that is a charity, because this Art or Temperance card is saying that you've been in the fire for a long time doing this work, and now it's paying off. Okay, you've been working and toiling and struggling. You've been in the fire. Lots of trials, lots of tribulations, lots of tests. And here is your reward. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. And we even have a Nine of Cups at the end. So not only is this going to be the happiest you've ever been, but it's something that's giving you a new perspective on happiness itself, on what it means to be happy, right? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We are just going to find and set aside. We'll put Kevin, aka Mr. Bates, right there on top. Now we're not going to look at that card until the very end, okay? And hopefully it will tie everything together, give us the confirmation that we need, all right? But if at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling of what that card is, put your answer in the comments. Let's see if we could tap into spirit, tap into source, and discern that mystery card together as a group exercise. Okay. But first, let's look around the room. This is the only major arcana card that we have. This is what it all boils down to, so to speak. This is the focus, right? This is the spiritual. This is, I think, really consuming your entire life. This idea of how to, what's the word I'm looking for? See, we've got a lot of court cards. Okay, we got 4 of these court cards. We've got some fire. We've got our water energy, of course. We have a little bit of air. We've got a little bit of earth. But with all the court cards, I feel like this is something involving your business, your friends, your family. It involves other people, right? In a way, maybe in an indirect way. And I feel like right now you're very much focused on that. It's kind of consuming your entire consciousness right now, your aura. It feels like it's filled with this intensity, right? So I feel as if this is you in the laboratory, in the kitchen, in the studio, in the garage, in the workplace, in this energy, in this struggle, right? In this test, in this fire. Okay, and it's something that it's filling you all the way up. Because this is the only major arcana card here. It's like there's nothing else. There's nothing else that you really care about right now, in a way, right? I mean, you do, but you know what I mean. This is your focus. This is consuming you. It might be a project, it might be your own business, it might be this family situation, it might be your creative project, it might be your spiritual kind of evolution, your life path. And it's something that is indirectly affecting these other people. I don't know who they are. family, friends, coworkers, whatever, right? Doesn't really matter. The point is, it's not just you in isolation, okay? But what I see with this Ace of Cups, oh man, it is the success. This is the eureka moment. This is unbelievable. You finally succeeded. This is it. I've done it. This is the alchemist who finally is able to create the Philosopher's Stone. Right? This is amazing success. This is infinite happiness. This is the cup of immortality. Right? This is the happiest that you will ever be, have ever been. I shouldn't say will ever be, because that Nine of Cups at the end is very important. Because this is such a fantastic moment. This is such exhilaration with this Ace of Cups here. It feels like this is the pinnacle of your life. This is the greatest day that ever was. This is the greatest moment of your life. But then we've got the Nine of Cups that says, hey, you're going to have a lot more greatest moments. Right? This is the happiness that keeps on happening. This is the Holy Grail that keeps on grailing. That's not a word. But that comes at the end. That comes after, right? Right now we're working towards this, and this is on its way to you. This is the happiest moment of your life, right? And I don't know exactly what it is that you've been working on. I don't know if this is business, if this is creativity, if this is a family thing, if this is a spiritual thing. It doesn't much matter. I think for some of you it's going to be a business thing. For some of you it's going to be a family issue. For others this is just going to be, I don't know, maybe a business that you are starting in your garage or something. But here in the back we have the Knight of Cups. And I said that this wasn't being handed to you, but in a way it kind of was, because I feel as if it was or is, I don't know yet, there's a missing piece. And this is perhaps a water person in your life, a water sign person, not a water person. This is someone that is bringing you a piece of the puzzle that you didn't know you needed, and they didn't know they were bringing it, right? It's through this, just this encounter. So this is like, and maybe this has already happened, right? That's why I kind of am unsure about the timeline here. It may have already happened where somebody just gave you, through just a random word, something that they said or did, or just something that kind of sparked that intuition in you, got you thinking really creatively. They didn't know that they were giving you this gift, but it was, right? And it was the missing key. It was the missing ingredient. It was that little bit of cinnamon in the enchilada sauce that just makes it perfect, you know. And at the time, I think you didn't know you were looking for it, but that was the magic ingredient. So if this has happened already, then you know, obviously. But if it hasn't, this card is saying, be open to your experiences with others. Don't be so closed off in your laboratory that you're refusing visitors. You know, that you're just saying, I don't have time to talk, I've got to focus. Allow things to happen naturally, right? Allow people to come and go and have your conversations. It's almost an energy that says, don't take it quite so seriously, right? Because once you are able to relax and get a little bit of that disinterested feeling, that's when things will happen. And that's what we see with the Eight of Cups. I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but we've got the Eight of Cups here. This is a little bit of that disinterested feeling. It's time for you to forget for a moment how important this is. You know, when you're working on something just that is life-consuming, we get a little tunnel vision, right? It's as soon as you take a break, you focus on something else, you just kind of act like you don't care, well, that's when it hits, right? And that's kind of the same thing here. And it's through this, you know, go take a coffee break, right? Go unwind, go watch a movie or something. That's going to be the moment That's going to be the window of time where this energy can come in. And maybe it's a character on TV. Maybe it's something you hear on the radio or you see on the internet. Maybe it's something a friend or a relative just says in passing that you overhear. It's going to spark that solution for you. And we need that window of time in order to do that. We have to create the space between ourselves and this intense activity. Okay? Now, moving back to the path of the dove, we've got the Princess of Swords up here at the top. And I think that this is really the defending against any distractions. This is you in your laboratory, in the kitchen, toiling away at this thing and not letting anybody else in the room. Right? This is blocking all the phone calls, not letting anybody come in. And this is just what we're talking about. It needs to kind of, we need to let our guard down a little bit so that we can allow this inadvertent inspiration to come in. All right? Because I think underneath everything, we're getting this Seven of Cups feeling. And this is, to me, this is a sinking feeling in your gut that just says, I'm stuck. And it may not be a conscious thing, right? It's unconscious. It's beneath everything. It's under you, right? Or it's within you. And this is a slow growth of this this perception that I'm stuck. There's no way. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this, right? And this is the card that we don't want to admit. This is the card that we don't want to think about. But we need to realize that the more we struggle with this, the more stuck our feet will be in that quicksand. So by taking a little bit of a disinterested approach, we can get out of this. Okay, because the Seven of Cups is the confidence. It may not look very confident, but it is. This is the confidence that we can get out of this, that I know I can do this. I have this certainty, I have a confidence here. But in order to make the progress, here's the progress. We need the calm, disinterested kind of waters. It's almost like when you are in quicksand, at least from what I've seen on TV. The last thing you want to do is struggle and wrestle with it and try to climb out, try to scramble, right? You're going to get yourself more stuck. You want to just go easy, almost surrender to it, right? And you will be able to just get out, right? They make it look easy on TV. I don't think it's quite that easy, but you get the idea, I think. And that's what I see with 7 and 8 of Cups, right? It's the confidence that we can get out of this, but the method has to be one of acceptance and calmness. To make progress, we have to kind of be a little bit more easygoing with it, right? And this is not an easygoing card. This is almost a frenzy here, I feel. Now, in the future, this moment of absolute bliss, this is a spiritual event in your life, right? With this Ace of Cups. We're moving into a Knight of Pentacles, so coming off of this really great happiness, you're going to see how everything will unfold for the next year, 5, 10 years. This is the spiritual vision. This is the long-term planning, okay? So from this spiritual moment, this infinite bliss, you're going to see a much clearer vision of how to move forward, okay? And that's what's leading us to the path of the serpent. Now, as I move over here, I'd also like to say, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, okay? I appreciate you. All right, the Ace of Wands. Now, this is really our understanding of this spiritual vision. This is us thinking, okay, we're going to take the next step here. We're going to take this beautiful bliss, this wonderful, the birth of this just immortality, right? Whatever this is going to feel like, we can't even put it into words, okay? We're going to move forward with it. So the Knight of Pentacles comes down here and picks up the wand, starts feeling the inspiration, starts having these new ideas. How can you innovate? How can you take this energy that we have here and how can we move it forward, right? So you're going to feel a real surge of creative energy. And of course, in the environment, we've got that we've got the Eight of Cups still that we needed over here, but we don't really need it anymore, right? So we have to be able to get past this, because this is kind of is that easygoing, disinterested attitude, right? And it's going to be kind of easy to just stay in this Ace of Cups and not really, when we encounter the Eight of Cups, it kind of just says, let's just get stuck here. It's kind of, in a weird way, it's almost a pessimism, because we start to think things can never get this good again. I think it was the Greeks said that the reason why they are optimists, the ancient Greeks, my countrymen, the ancient Greeks said that they're optimists because things cannot get any worse than they are. They have to get better, right? This is kind of the other way around. This is the reason why we're a pessimist, is because things can never be this good again. There's no way to go but down, right? We have to get out of this way of thinking, because this is going to keep us from ever doing anything with this. We feel like this was the peak moment in our lives, that we'll never have another one. This was the best day of my life, and it's now yesterday. It's kind of a sad feeling. We've got to get over that. That's why we need this fire, to see the next step, to see how we can grow this thing and expand and ultimately get to our Nine of Cups. Happiness that keeps on happening, right? We're using this good feeling and we're investing it in the future, right? It's kind of like this is a pot of gold here. And we're investing it so that we can have many, many more pots of gold later, right? So this one we need to get rid of. Now, the obstacle here is going to be your mind. Obviously, that's always the kind of biggest obstacle, the doubts, the second-guessing yourself, the pushing away of others, those sorts of things. We need to be careful with that. All right, this is the Knight, this is the Prince of Swords. It's air and air, double air. And this is the obstacle, this is the challenge, and I think that this is a lot of different things, right? This is our mind 1 minute, has so many ideas, can't make sense of it. On the other side of things, is starting to feel a little bit of that pessimism, and we start second-guessing ourselves, we start having doubts, we start convincing ourselves that there's nowhere else to go, that was the greatest moment of my life, I'll never have another, okay? We need to be careful with this. We need, I'm hoping the mystery card will be some sort of clarity, some sort of good air energy, because the only air energy we have are these two, and these don't really help us very much. They have their functions that don't really function very well. This one tries to keep things away, right? Tries to defend what it thinks is the important stuff. And this one is having a hard time figuring out what the important stuff is. Or this one even could be so fixed in what they think is important that, very much like the Princess of Swords, doesn't allow for any alternative points of view. Okay? This could be complete confusion, or it could be such fixation that we've literally convinced ourselves of the worst thing possible, and that's what we believe. So we got to be careful with this. I'm hoping again that the mystery card will help us with some of this air energy, but the Nine of Cups at the end here, ooh, that is the real happiness. This, and it's really this moment, this Ace of Cups that is filling all the rest of these cups. This is like I said, the pot of gold that we're investing in the future so that we can have many more pots of this happiness, right? Cups full of love and bliss and joy and pleasure, fulfillment, satisfaction. It's really good. Really, really good. Let's look at the mystery card, though, all right? I don't want to wait any longer. So, I think air, I think maybe an Ace of Swords, maybe a Six of Swords, something like that. If you have a guess, put your prediction down in the comment section. And, yeah, I'm just going to say some air energy. The Star would be good, too. Or the High Priestess. Or the Hierophant. The Hierophant's good too. Because the Hierophant is saying that, even though your mind may be going back and forth, you may be swirling, you may be in a whirlwind of thoughts and activities and feelings. This is really intense, Just having this Ace of Cups is really, really big. And that's enough to really cloud our judgment. I don't know which way's up, The Hierophant is that part of you that may be projected into another person, a mentor, a partner, a collaborator, something like that. An older, wiser person that can kind of advise things, maybe a lawyer, maybe a financial advisor, whatever you need, right? But it could be that part of yourself too, that higher part of yourself that can rise above the tumult of the thoughts and the feelings and can make the decisions and can advise you what is the proper thing to do now. So you've got the spiritual vision. You've got the long-term plan, but we need to reverse engineer that. We need to know what the next steps are, right? And that's not this card. This card knows what the final picture is going to be. But we need to know what to do to get there. Well, maybe we need the Hierophant. Now, this could literally be an expert, someone that you reach out to in your life that can advise you, business manager, talent manager, whatever, an older, wiser family member, lawyers, financial advice, whatever it is that you need. And this is the card that says, seek out those resources to help you with this, rather than trying to make sense of all of this swirl of emotions and thoughts that you have. Okay? It's too much for you to do right now. The wise thing would be this level of success, I think, requires you to get some sort of assistance in to help make sense of it and to help guide you toward your ultimate vision. Yeah. This could be very financially oriented. Okay. Especially with this Taurus energy. This is some Earth energy here too. Okay. Whew, very nice, very nice. We're going to do an extended. If you want to stick around, click in the corner. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Leo, but for every sign. New Leo readings Tuesdays and Saturdays at 6 a.m. Chicago time. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.